I can tell you most places now will not let you build in a flood zone without raising it out of the floodplain. Like we had to raise that one over there 5 feet.
Right.
So they're gonna make you raise it out of the 500-year floodplain. So when you raise it up, or the 100-year floodplain, one or the other, when you raise it up, now you don't have to have flood insurance on it. But if you buy a house like that is in the floodplain, it just is what it is, you're gonna pay flood insurance. And nobody's gonna tell you that until you go to the closing and you're closing the deal and somebody says, well, it's in the floodplain, your bank's gonna tell you it's in the floodplain, and you gotta pay $5,000 a year to keep it out of that.
That is so much.
Well, on F.U. Tommy Long, when we built that, I raised it out of the floodplain, but my bank would not take my certificate of elevation from my engineer.
How?
They wanted a LOMA. So I had to have another company come in, and what they had to do is resurvey everything. And then what they do is they record that with the state. And the state goes in and takes that piece of property out of the flood zone completely. So now whenever you pull records on it, it says it's not in the flood zone. Even though the property might be in the flood zone, the house is out of it.
Oh my goodness.
And that costs thousands more dollars to do. So with that, because we were closing the loan on it, whenever they told me they wouldn't accept the flood elevation, what I did was I paid the flood insurance for a year. And when I paid the flood insurance for a year, I talked to my insurance agency before I paid for it, and they said as soon as you get the LOMA to us, or as soon as you get the LOMA and they pull it out, and the bank will allow us to remove the flood insurance, we will remove the flood insurance. And they'll reimburse them whatever they haven't used yet. So you got to pay attention to that.